Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Gianna Lian and we're back today with a spoiler-free reading vlog. I love filming reading vlogs for you guys, but this time we're just gonna do a little bit of mood reading. For my past few videos, I have definitely been talking to you guys about how no books are hitting with me. I have no idea what's going on. Every time I pick up a book, I'm just either not feeling it, it takes me way too long to read it, or I'm not getting anything above a 3-star. Just not really vibing with any of the books that I pick up. So I thought we could do some mood reading, try to get back into the swing of things, try to pick up some good books, 3-star plus, hopefully. I would be okay with even just a 4-star. Not 5, just at least a 3.5, 3.75, 4. You know, like, we're looking for some books that I genuinely actually enjoy. So obviously this is gonna be spoiler free for you guys, but look at my Kindle. I finally decorated her. Absolutely love. Like, this is my new obsession, this thing right here. I just love it so much. So I did start reading my very first book on my Kindle. This is a very special moment, you guys. And it's called The Sweet Life by Porta McIntosh, I'm pretty sure. It's a super fast summer read, giving vacation vibes because it's based in Maui, Hawaii, which I've never been to Hawaii and I've always wanted to go. And you guys know at this point, what I do if I want to go to a place, I'll read books about it to like transport me there, you know? So this is the book I'm currently reading on Kindle right now, and I'm really enjoying it. So I definitely want to continue reading this today. This is the book we're gonna kick off with the reading vlog. But I'm not too far into it yet to really like tell you my full thoughts on it yet, but let's just say it's definitely giving the Hawaii vibes. I'm loving the main character. She's kind of struggling with a breakup currently, and with her sister's wedding being out in Hawaii, obviously everyone's going to be at this wedding, and all of her family members are still worried that she hasn't moved on from her ex. And because her ex is best friends with her sister's soon-to-be husband, he's gonna be there with his new girlfriend. So Gigi, our main character, her main plan is basically to find a date on this resort to bring to this wedding. It doesn't make sense. My description does not make sense of this book, but by the time I'm at least the halfway point, I can give you more context on like what the heck is going on. But then I'm also reading currently The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I've been reading this book for so long, you guys, and this book is interesting. I'm enjoying it. I just don't want to pick it up for some reason. I have no idea why. It's just a struggle. So hopefully we will get through to this book and I won't soft DNF it before the end of this video. And then we obviously have our Kindle book. I definitely want to switch between these books, give you guys my thoughts, keep you guys updated, and let's see if we can get books over 3 stars. Coming at you guys with an official update now, because I feel like I definitely can explain the book a lot better to you guys now. My description of the last clip, let's just not talk about it. It was a mess and all over the place. But I'm really enjoying this. We're still reading Sweet Life, just a random Kindle Unlimited read that I found. It's only like 300 pages, which again, I'm trying to pick up like shorter books because it makes me feel like I can actually finish them and it doesn't take me so long. So it's just really cute because our main character Gigi, which ironic, right? All my friends and family call me Gigi, and I didn't even know that until I was 20% past the book, because that's when she actually said her name. But anyways, she's in Hawaii right now for her sister's wedding because her sister's soon-to-be fiance is best friends with Gigi's ex. He's coming to the wedding too, but he's bringing his new girlfriend that's like an A-list celebrity influencer, and she's not the nicest. We're 65% through now, and we got to know a little bit more about her, and she is so mean and just like so unenjoyable to be around, so I don't like her. But anyways, so that's the thing we have going on, and she basically told her sister and her whole family that she's gonna bring a date to this wedding. Meanwhile, she does not have a date. She has no idea who this mysterious date is going to be, but she told her family that she was gonna have one. So now she's basically on the hunt to find a wedding date, and that's basically the whole plot of the book. And I was really enjoying it, at least until the 65% mark, but because she keeps like finding people on the resort and like going on dates with them and stuff, it's kind of getting repetitive now, if that makes sense. It's just like trial and error, and like, oh, this date didn't work out, okay, let's go find like the next person, you know? But I'm still enjoying it nonetheless. And then the last thing that kind of like I didn't really understand until like 50% of the book is as soon as she got to Hawaii, she booked like the cheapest room possible, but when she gets there and she's like trying to check into her room, she gets upgraded to like a suite, which I'm pretty sure is why it's called the Suite Life. All the staff members and everything like that, they all are treating her like a celebrity, and they're all catering to her, bringing her free drinks, bringing her this, complimenting her. So she's really confused. So that's like the one part of the book I just like do not understand. We're definitely gonna finish this like now. I definitely want to tell myself that I'm not going to move here until this book is done, but we'll see. And this will be the first book that I read on my Kindle. I feel like this is a very special moment. Those are your updates. I'm enjoying it for the most part. It's a cute read and it's extremely funny, so. 11, make a wish. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that as Gigi's trying to find a wedding date or whatever, she meets this guy that's all alone. His name's Donnie. He's kind of like her wingman. At least that's what he tells her that he is. But I don't know, like I'm getting like weird vibes from him. I feel like he has something to do with why she's getting like all this special treatment, but at the same time, I just love their little friendship that they have building. It's kind of flirtatious too. So I don't know. Part of me feels like she's gonna end up taking Donnie to the wedding. I don't know. I don't want to spoil too much, but I just wanted to say I absolutely love their friendship that they have going on. Their banter together, all their like inside jokes, and they've only known each other for like a week. I'm rooting for them. Cute. Oh my gosh, and she has so many other books. Slay. This is definitely an author I'm adding to my list. Book done. I swear I've literally changed my outfit maybe 3 times today. It's all the same day, I promise you guys. It's just been a day full of outfit changes apparently. By the way, I'm obsessed with this hoodie. That's such a random side note, but I live in this hoodie. We also have a energy drink. We have the famous Sea-Bum energy drinks. Saved me from having to go get a coffee today. Anyways, I've let my thoughts sit on The Suite Life. Such an underrated author, by the way. I just saw that she had more books on Kindle Unlimited and stuff. I am definitely down to check those out because I genuinely enjoyed this little book. It was so fast-paced. It was so freaking hilarious and just good vibes all around. You had good characters, good depth, and for it only being under 300 pages, I feel like I had enough. Like I wasn't looking for more from the book. I think I'm gonna rate it a 3.75 out of 5. I honestly was gonna give it a 4, but I kind of guessed what was gonna happen. Once I had this one snippet of information around like the 70% mark, I knew exactly how it was gonna end, so that kind of ruined it for me. But overall, again, I did really enjoy it, so I'm gonna settle on the 3.75. But now that we finished this, I did pick my next Kindle Unlimited read that I'm thinking of. I don't know if I'm actually gonna start reading it, but it caught my eye and I downloaded it. It's Locked Door. I think it's Locked Door. I don't remember. I think it's Locked Door by Frida McFadden. I've read a few of Frida McFadden books and they're, again, so fast-paced and they always hook me and I end up binging them. So we're hoping that that's what's gonna happen with this one because I need to get over this mini little slump / weird reading mood I'm in. Getting the book. Said book. We are still reading The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I want to say I'm like 50% through this book. And honestly, it's a good book. I'm just not hooked into it. And I feel like because it is a 450 page book with this genre that is just too slow, especially for Holly Jackson's books. Like I feel like all the books I picked up by her, they hook me in right away. They're very bingeable, but this one just doesn't seem like it. And I'm not enjoying that. So we'll see how it goes. I want to read this right now and I want to try to finish it. I don't think I'm going to finish it today, knowing me, but we can definitely put a big dent in this. And it's also my book club pick for the month with my Patreon, so I really want to finish this before, so I can definitely give my reflection and opinions to them as soon as I finish it. And yeah, that's all the vibes going on right now. We got 2 thrillers going on right now though. I've never actually read 2 at the same time, so let's hope we don't get confused and let's hope that we enjoy at least one of these. I just realized that I never really told you guys where I'm at in this book or kind of what it is even about. I think I just assumed because this book is so extremely popular that a lot of people already kind of know the gist of it, but we're currently on chapter 27, page 215. Like I said, there's like 450 pages in this book, which is a little bit ridiculous if you ask me, and the book is proving that with how slow it's kind of being. But nonetheless, Holly Jackson's writing's always somewhat enjoyable to me, so I feel like that's why I'm still into it and I haven't softy DNF'd it yet. But basically we're following Belle, and she lost her mother at a very young age. She went missing, and Belle was the last person to see her mom before she basically just disappeared in thin air. And Belle was 2 at the time, so she doesn't remember anything. But now 16 years later, her mom is still missing, and there's this like film crew that wants to do a documentary, and all of a sudden Rachel just appears. She comes back and she's telling this bizarre story of like what happened to her and just kind of barging into their lives again out of nowhere. And so Belle doesn't know how to feel about this. She also doesn't believe Rachel. She doesn't believe her mom and her story. So yeah, that's basically what this book's about. It's extremely slow. I definitely have lots of theories I'm not going to share in case any of them are right, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I definitely think there's lots of holes in Rachel's story, and I think Belle can definitely figure it out. That's the update for this. Again, I'm hoping that I can just try to get through it and see how the ending is. Good morning. We are going to the beach today, you guys. We're gonna have a mini little girls beach day. I'm so excited. I haven't been to an actual beach, I think, all summer, other than like the first week of summer, but other than that, I haven't been to a beach. That's crazy. It's already August. Why have I not been taking advantage of this beautiful weather to lay out on a beach? I have no clue. But we're gonna get some reading done. That's kind of my plans, to sit in the sun and read. The beach is only like an hour drive away, so I'm probably gonna read on my Kindle on the way there. I did start a book on Kindle Unlimited. I think I told you guys I started The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. Love Frida McFadden. I only made it to page 17, so it was basically just the first chapter because I wanted to see if I was gonna enjoy it, like if the first chapter hooked me, and it freaking did. It's crazy. This one's about like a girl's father is one of like the famous serial killers over a decade ago. She's kind of like changed her whole identity since then because she doesn't want to be recognized as this serial killer's daughter. The father basically killed people in their basement when the daughter was younger, and she had no idea until obviously he got caught. But Frida McFadden's books are always normally a good time, so I'm excited to binge it. And then last night I did read more of The Reappearance of Rachel Price. I made it to like page 300 of that, so we have like 140 pages ish left of that. It's just taking forever, you guys. I don't know why that book needs to be so long. I just don't know why. So I'm feeling very meh about that. This is the outfit for the beach, and let's get some reading done in the sun. And maybe I'll be able to finish this by the end of today. Maybe. We'll see. We made it to the beach! Guys, there's no parking at Coburg Beach whatsoever.
It's gonna be like a 20-minute walk.
No, it'll be like 10 if that. We got the Kindle, we got the snacks, we got the umbrella.
The bag of snacks.
We got it all. We are good to go. Hello, you guys. Considering I did not read like a single thing at the beach yesterday, I don't know what happened. I kind of just jammed to music with my mom and her friend and my sister, and we were just kind of living in the moment. I got extremely sunburnt, but there was no reading that was done. The Kindle stayed on the beach towel the whole entire time. But that's okay. We were living in the moment. It was an amazing day yesterday, besides getting extremely sunburnt. We're gonna finish this book. I'm gonna do it. I've been reading this book for way too freaking long, like way too long. We're currently on page 335, chapter 42. I actually just read the most intense chapter of the whole entire book, so now I'm definitely on the edge of my seat. We have like 90-ish pages left, so I'm definitely gonna be sitting here for a while. This book is just so long. I want to know the ending. I want to be done with the book at this point, you know? So we basically have this chunk left. Secrets are being shared. Let's just say that. The Price family is a mess. Everyone is a freaking suspect at this point. I thought it was this person, then I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe this person. And now it's a whole different direction. And the fingers are being pointed in a complete different direction than I thought. So I don't know, I'm so confused. The book club on my Patreon going on right now, every single chapter, my updates are completely different and my guesses are completely different. They're probably having a wild ride reading all my updates being like, this girl doesn't know what's going on, because genuinely I don't. matter how intense and chaotic this book can get, Belle and Ash will still find something to banter about. They'll still find the bright side and to make like a cringy joke out of the most intense section of the whole entire book. No, no, it can't be that. I'm so lost. The lies, even at the end, they're all lying their way out of this right now. Interesting ending to that book. The twists were good. The twists were really, really good towards the end, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Immediate rating is between like 3 and 3.5. I'm gonna sleep on it though, because genuinely wasn't my fave. Some updates for you guys. I just got out of the shower, haven't gotten ready yet. I literally look like a disaster going on right now. Bare face, sunburnt, wet hair. It's been a morning. I'm here with some final thoughts on this. And I just realized that my wrap-up's already out for this, so you guys technically already know my thoughts if you guys did watch that video, but I'm definitely gonna stick with the 3.5 for this rating. And it definitely sucks because this was an anticipated release for me, but then again, I feel like my rating was a lot harsher with this one, only because I know Holly Jackson's writing, I know how her books go. My expectations for this book were just so much higher than if I was reading a book by an author I've never read from, you know? So I feel like that's why I was so harsh on this book, but it was still good nonetheless. I definitely didn't see anything that happened coming, especially the ending. Oh my goodness, if you guys have read this. I'm glad that I got my opinions, my ratings on it after hearing everyone else talk about it. So not my fave, but it's fine. We can't win them all. But I'm ready to pick up a new book. And as you saw, we chose our next read to be The Hotel Nantucket by Elin Hilderbrand. I still cannot get over that I found this at the thrift store, you guys. $8 for this book. And I was literally about to pay $23 for it the day before. Craziness. But I'm excited to read this with all the hype of Elin Hilderbrand lately. I'm just really excited. I am gonna annotate this, I think, or just little tiny bits and pieces, highlight a few things, tab a few things, because I realized I saw my flashbacks on Snapchat and I haven't annotated a book in so freaking long. And I've realized that the past wrap-ups I've given you guys, I haven't annotated anything. So I feel like I would want to annotate some things in this, mark it up, you know. Yeah, I think it could be a vibe. With the season we're in, I feel like it's perfect. And I just want to read about Nantucket because I've been seeing so many things about it on Instagram and TikTok, and it just seems like the perfect little area. I feel like this book might transport me there and I can pretend that I'm actually there instead of in Ontario. I'm super excited to pick up this as our next read physically. And I did talk a little bit about The Closed Door by Frida McFadden that I did start on Kindle. I didn't make it very far. I'm pretty sure I'm like 20% through this, and I don't remember how much I told you guys about this book, but I'm 20% through exact on page 66. That would technically be chapter 9. And I feel like it's really interesting because with this Frida McFadden book specifically, I've read 2 by her already, but this one is flipping from past and present kind of, which you guys know I love a good past and present moment. But the book, I feel like we're still way too early into it to really figure out what's gonna happen. What are we trying to solve here? Because we're still trying to get to know our main character, Nora. She's giving me very weird vibes, but I feel like that's the point of her character, is for her to be mysterious and we don't really know what she's gonna do or what she's capable of. So I don't really have any thoughts on this so far, but it does have me hooked. I'm flying through it. Like, I'm pretty sure I read 40 of these pages this morning before I showered. My updates and stuff for this book are probably gonna be extremely vague because personally, I've told you guys this before, but with Frida McFadden and Riley Sager and some of my other favorite psychological thriller authors, I don't like to give you guys too much on what's going on throughout the book because genuinely you just have to go into it blind. You guys will know how I'm feeling based on my reactions and just me explaining my feelings rather than me telling you this happened or oh, I think this is gonna happen, you know? So yeah, those are the reading updates for right now. I did want to read you one quote from this though, because I feel like if you are possibly possibly interested in this book because I've given you absolutely nothing, I do have a quote that might convince you to read it or give it a try. It's literally on page 65. It says, "My father is an incredibly dangerous man who has done unspeakable things. He has committed evil, terrible acts without even the slightest twinge of remorse. He's the sort of man you wouldn't want to run into in a dark alley, or the street, or anywhere. And as they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree." What? This is literally not even 100 pages in, and I'm intrigued. I need to know more, you know? I'm coming at you with another update for the locked door, you guys, because it got a little bit intense when I was reading it last night. I really wanted to start the Ellen Hildebrand today, but I'm just so hooked on this. I made it to chapter 21, page 143. We're 45%, so we're almost at the 50% way, and I'm still mind blown here. I have no idea where this book's gonna go. I don't know what direction Frida McFadden's trying to take it because there's just a lot going on. But actually yesterday, I was talking about this book, and someone was like, "Oh, I think that's a movie." They were telling me little snippets of the movie, and now that's happening in the book, and I was like, okay, that's kind of actually crazy because I didn't know it could possibly be a movie. So let me know if you guys know if it is. I didn't look it up or anything, but I don't know. Either way, I'm really enjoying this. I'm kind of iffy on the main character, Nora, because I can't tell what she's trying to do. Is she like her father is the question, or is she trying to like, no, I can't say that because that's spoiling it. Or is she trying to figure out how to move past this situation and like grow from it? Because I just don't know. There's so many questions about this book and I'm so confused, and I feel like if I say anything to you guys, I'm gonna be spoiling little bits and pieces, but all you need to know is that my mind is absolutely blown. I really want to start the Ellen Hildebrand book, but I feel like I just have to finish this first because it has me in a chokehold and I just need to finish it. But yeah, I'll definitely record my reaction because I feel like it's gonna be pretty intense, and then we'll see what I rate it. Right now, it's currently sitting at like 4 stars, like a solid 4. Depending on the ending, it could go up. If it kind of just stays how it is right now, then I would say it's a 4. But I mean, that's still a pretty good rating. This Brady guy is raising a lot of questions. If you haven't read this, you have no idea who Brady is, but when you start to read it, you're like, okay, there's a lot of similarities here to this Brady dude, and he's just raising a whole bunch of red flags, alert in my brain, and I feel like there's more to him that we don't know yet. But then again, could that be like what Frida McFadden wants us to think? That's the question.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Let's finish this. Well, we officially finished the book. Wow. Okay, to be fair though, guys, I genuinely thought that I had all the answers figured out way before in the book because it all just like made sense in my head, but there was one last twist in the end, which Frida McFadden is famous for, and that definitely got me. I didn't see that coming at all. So the twist was really freaking good, and the buildup was really good. It was so fast-paced. Like each chapter is, I swear, only like 4 pages, 5 pages, so that was really nice. And plus, when you're reading on Kindle, I know a lot of people say this, but I do feel like you do read faster. So yeah, I binged this. I got a coffee, decided to finish it. It was just crazy, guys. I think I'm gonna rate this a 4. Immediate rating is definitely gonna be a 4 out of 5. I'm gonna sit on that though, because I am debating between a 4.5 and a 4. It just wasn't 5-star quality, but I don't even know if it was 4.5-star quality. I don't know. But either way, I still would recommend this to you guys, especially if you just need a book to binge or need a book to get out of a slump or need a book that you can just sit down and binge. This one is probably like the perfect recommendation I could give you. So I really enjoyed this, guys. I think The Housemaid is still my favorite by her, and then The Locked Door, this one, and then The Teacher. Out of all the Freida McFadden books that I've read, those are kind of like my rankings. We have a little bit of an update. I finally started The Hotel Nantucket by Elin Hilderbrand. I don't know why I was kind of putting this off for a little bit, because once I started it, I'm really enjoying it. I'm only 45 pages into it. I stopped in the middle of a chapter last night. Don't know why I did that. But the chapters are kind of long. They started off super short, but I feel like now they're just like getting longer. So that's kind of interesting. Not my favorite thing about books, but you know what? It's not the end of the world. I am annotating this, as you guys saw. I feel like I haven't been annotating my books lately, and this one I just kind of wanted to pour my thoughts into it. I feel like I am going to enjoy it, even if it's not like a 5-star. It's extremely funny already. That's the one thing that I'm mostly enjoying, I would say. It's not what I thought it was. Let's just say that. You are getting the Hotel Nantucket vibes. You are getting the whole aspect of running a hotel and trying to make it the best one in Nantucket and stuff like that. But it also has a whole ghost POV. And I personally avoid books that are talking about ghosts, or a ghost is a character in one of the books. I just kind of avoid that. So when that whole thing came up in this book, I was like, oh, that sucked. But I definitely have been wrong. The ghost is honestly my favorite character in this story. I don't want to give too much information on the ghost because I don't know how significant it's going to be throughout the whole entire book. But all you need to know is that this ghost is extremely hilarious, and I'm excited to see what she's gonna do to the guests and just kind of messing around the hotel. I feel like she as a whole is going to be an important character, which is so weird because, like I said, I hate reading about ghosts in books. I'm only 45 pages in, like I said, but I wanted to give you guys a first update because it is giving the vibes that I wanted. I also don't know what book I'm gonna pick up on my Kindle right now. I don't know if I want more of like a romance. I don't know if I want more of a serious book. I don't know. So right now we're just gonna continue reading this one. Kidding when they say that small towns have a lot of small secrets. They're not kidding. We definitely have an update, you guys, because this book's getting a little bit intense. Elin Hilderbrand, I see you. You know how to write people that have some messy, messy, messy lives. Also, don't mind this combination going on. We're having a bad hair day / like a little cozy hoodie type of day. I want to say we're halfway now. I made it to page 208, chapter 16, and this one's the Cobblestone Telegraph. The chapters are really, really weird in this book. I think I mentioned it in one of my last updates that like they start randomly on the middles of different pages and stuff like that, and then some chapters can be 40 pages long and then others could be 2 or 3 pages long. It's just interesting. The setup of Elin Hilderbrand's books are way different than what I normally read, which I'm kind of enjoying because it's something a little bit different, you know, spicing it up. I have been annotating it a little bit, but obviously they're not like crucial annotations. It's mostly me just making comments about certain things, or if I find something funny or cute, or if I really like the description of this one place in Nantucket that they're explaining, I'll annotate it and tab it. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying it much more than I thought I was going to, because the first chapter that I read of it, I was like, okay, Ellen Hildebrand, you're off to a rocky start with the writing, because that's what I was worried about going into it. But once I got 3-ish chapters in, I was like, okay, I'm actually really enjoying this. And what I've realized the most about Ellen Hildebrand's books is that she likes to throw in a lot of characters. I want to say that we're following the lives of at least 7 different characters in this book, and the POVs will just switch randomly. Like, you have no idea when you're gonna get the story of this person's life or when it switches to the next person. It's just a little bit insane, and it is told in third person, which I thought I would hate, and I've always avoided books that are told in third person, but honestly I haven't been minding it. It is a little bit confusing at times, but now that we're halfway through the book, I've definitely just gotten used to it. But yeah, if you really like reading about characters' lives and kind of their mess and everything they're going through, because it's very chaotic, then I think you would really like Ellen Hildebrand's books, because I know from what other people say is that a lot of her books are just characters thrown into different plots, and I can definitely confirm that that's what it is, because there are so many characters, so many problems, so much drama, so much mystery that you all have to follow all at once. Oh, and a ghost. You're also reading the POV of a ghost as well, which we started getting a lot of her in the first part of the book, and now it's kind of not there, which I'm sad about, because I really started to get to know the ghost and really enjoyed how funny that ghost is. So I hope the second half of the book will get more on her and like what she's gonna do, or like why she's still haunting the hotel, you know? I don't know, there's just so much to say because there's so much going on in the book right now. I could genuinely give you little updates on everything forever, but then this update would be absolutely way too long. So all you really need to know is that I am really enjoying this, and I'm thinking that it's gonna be 4+ stars, at least for right now. So I really hope it stays like that, or it can even get better. It could potentially be a 5-star, because I do really enjoy every single character that I'm reading about and the vibes that I'm getting from it. Like, I'm enjoying everything, you know? Could be 5, but I don't want to get my hopes up. Let's try to finish this. Oh, I also started this book on Kindle Unlimited that I've been reading on and off. That one's intense as well, but I think I'm only like 2 chapters into it, so can't really give you an update on that. I loved it. Did you love it?
I mean, like, I don't know what's going on.
Do you guys know what time it is? It's time for our little recap / little chat about all the books that we read in this little reading vlog. I feel like I've successfully made it out of this weird reading mood that I've been in. I still think that it's taking me a while to read books, which I'm not very happy about. Like, I can't sit and read for like 3-4 hours like I normally can. Like, in one sitting, I'm always checking my phone, or I always get distracted by something, or I want to do something else. Like, I don't know what that's about, but I definitely feel like I'm back in the swing of things of picking up books that I actually enjoy. I feel like I'm picking up better books in general, is basically what I'm trying to say. But I'm gonna give you guys a little recap. We did read 4 books in this video. I did want to read a few more, but I kind of just want to get this video out to you guys because I have a new reading vlog that I really want to start, which, spoiler, I'm pretty sure, almost positive, that's gonna be more of like reading anticipated releases. So that reading vlog should be coming your way in a few weeks. Let's be honest here, it takes me a while to film these types of videos. I'm gonna stop blabbing. We're gonna get into the little recap. I actually need to pull up my ratings because I don't really remember. Oh, yes. So we started off the reading vlog by finishing The Sweet Life by Portia McIntosh. Very underrated book, like I said to you guys so many times. I am gonna stick to my rating of 3.75 out of 5 stars. I was bouncing between a 3.75 and a 4 because I just didn't know. all the way, but I don't think it deserves a 4 because I haven't really thought about the book too much since I finished it, but it is still a really, really cute read that I highly recommend you guys check out, especially because it's very underrated and it's also a very short, fast-paced read that you guys can just binge on the beach or binge on vacation. So that's a little recommendation for you guys. And I'm super excited to try more books by this author because, like I said, she has a lot, especially on Kindle Unlimited. I was surprised. Then we finally freaking finished The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I don't know why this book took me so long to read, you guys. It took probably a month in total because I remember I started this towards the beginning of the month because I knew it was my book club pick with my Patreon, so I wanted to get my thoughts out early in the month. And yeah, I just don't really know what happened. I think my expectations for this book were just way too high, and that was completely my fault, but I ended up rating it a 3.5. I'm gonna stick with that rating because it just didn't live up to the Good Girls Guide to Murder series, you guys. It just didn't. So I was super disappointed, but I'm definitely gonna pick up more Holly Jackson books because I still love her writing. I still love her as an author. The next one I really want to pick up is, I think, 5 Survive, I'm pretty sure. Let me know if you guys have read that. Let me know if you guys kind of recommend it to me, but that's the one I have my eye on next, and hopefully it won't be as disappointing as this one. Then we stuck along with the whole thriller psychological vibe going on, and I picked up The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. I knew with the mood that I was in and the little slump, I knew Frida McFadden was an author that I could turn to, and she didn't disappoint. She didn't. She hasn't disappointed me yet. Actually, wait, nope, I take it back. She did disappoint me with one, but that was only because it had tropes in it that I don't like to read about in general. Anyways, that was The Teacher that was disappointing, but this one was not. I rated it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed this. It was so fast paced. It had me on the edge of my seat the whole entire time. I thought that I had the ending planned out, and I thought I guessed it from like the 50% mark, and I did kind of, but not by the person. I guessed the situation, but the end twist, the little tidbit that she decided to say, oh, here you go, this is what happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I did not see that coming. That was actually quite literally crazy. So I highly recommend this one as well, especially if you've never read a Frida McFadden book before. I feel like this one's really good to start off with, or The Housemaid. Both of those I would truly recommend. But yeah, this one really, really got me. I still think about this book. I'm still amazed by the end and the writing and just the whole mystery as a whole. It kept me very interested. Highly recommend that. And then the last book we finished in this reading vlog was The Hotel Nantucket by Ellen Hildebrand. This was an anticipated read for me, you guys, especially for summertime. I'm so happy that we're ending off this reading vlog with this book because, as you saw, I just finished it. I let my thoughts marinate a little bit because I did my reading journal. I updated it for this book, and it's a 5-star. I haven't had a 5-star, guys, since May, and it's now August, and I'm so happy that I can reward that 5-star to this book because genuinely I enjoyed this so much. I know Ellen Hildebrand is becoming more popular now, but she has a lot of books and they've been out for a really long time, and this book is very slept on. I know it's popular, but Ellen Hildebrand's books as a whole are slept on, in my opinion. Her writing is very specific though. Like, it's very character-based, but also plot-based, but you have a lot of characters that you're following. You have a lot of different perspectives that you kind of just have to figure out who's talking and what's going on when and where, because it is told in third person, at least this one was, and I didn't mind it too much, but the characters did get confusing at times. But I'd say that was only for the first like 20% of the book that I genuinely was a little bit confused, but then obviously you get to know the characters, you get so thrown into the story and you actually feel like you're a part of this story that it's just kind of second nature. Like, you read the first sentence of the next character that they're bringing in and you're like, oh, we're jumping back to this person's story and like what they're doing, what secrets they're holding, you know? It was just so good. There was so much gossip, there was so much problems, there was so much mystery, there was so much passion. It was perfect. The best way I could explain this book to you guys is if you want a summer read that's not fully summer, but you still get those summer vibes, this would be the best summer recommendation that I could have for you guys. Out of all the summer books I've read the past 2 summers, this is the one. This is the one. It's just so good. And then I know I didn't show you guys, I think I mentioned it maybe once or twice, I am reading A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner right now on Kindle Unlimited. I think I'm only like 25% through that. It's a 550 page book, so nowhere near far enough to even give you guys like an update for that, but just letting you guys know I am kind of reading that on the side and I am enjoying it, but it is extremely toxic already. So if you do want to pick up that book, because you probably heard some rave about it, like people talking about it because it is pretty popular, I would check the trigger warnings because even though I'm only 20% through it right now, it's still so dark. But yeah, those are all the books that we read or are reading in this reading vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed mood reading with me. Hopefully you guys got some book recommendations or just some reading inspiration, maybe motivation if you are in a similar reading mood that I've been in. I'm happy to be mostly out of it. I think we're gonna move forward from here, but I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you guys did, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff you guys know how to do. Make sure you check down below for my Patreon to join my Patreon family. We have so much fun over there, and they got to see quotes, updates, literally it all from these books before this video is even going out, so you don't want to miss out on things like that, right? Anyways, other than that, I really hope you guys are having an amazing, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! My neighbors are working again. This is so crazy. Ugh, I still don't know how to work this. There's 112 milligrams of caffeine in a serving. Slay. Definitely gonna try more of her books. And I know Frida Fat. Hello? Whoa! Almost fell off my chair. I want to say, like, whoa, why am I so clumsy today? But girl, are you in the background of that?
I hope not.
If it kind of, oh, my foot's cramping. Sorry.
This is getting crazy on me.
She's a crazy, crazy girl. Oh my. Wow. Just wow. Hashtag speechless. It's just the vibes right now. Don't fall. Ummi left it too.
I just wanted pets. No.